Like if I go to the text conversation, will it take me out of the voice chat?
I don't know. This is being recorded right now though, so
Oh,
I
cool.
don't know.
Oh,
I,
sick.
I usually have it open on my iPad next to me, but you could probably open it on your phone or something.
I just got my phone.
Yeah, I'll just use my phone.
Yeah, I don't know. Or do you have the
Ugh.
app downloaded on your computer, or are you running through a browser like I am?
It's on my computer.
Oh well, then you could probably I don't know do the other to.
Yeah, it had like the small little screen in the corner.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I get it. So welcome to Technical Talk with Tim. Um, I have spent the like the whole half hour before this recording this to try to like get this microphone to work correctly. And the problem is I can hear it correctly in both my ears, but when I can look at this little gauge over here, it goes it's only in the left. So that means when it exports, it's only in the left. And then I read so many forums online, and people were like, "It's really simple. If you just click this one button, and it doesn't work." And I'm just like, so anyway, I cheated it. So now my microphone is acting as two inputs, one to the left and one to the right, and it's just awful. But whatever, it will work. It will work. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome to Wrestling.
whoa, you just got really.
Whoa. Oh, God.
Who, me?
Yeah,
What happened?
you sounded like you were talking underwater.
Underwater.
You're back now, though.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, now it's all what that was.
Whatever. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
Can't complain.
How about you, Ian?
He just said he can't
Can't
complain.
complain. No, I mean life's good. You know, been busy.
Yeah, same.
We didn't record last week because we've all been so busy. So
Yeah. Yes, life is nonstop. Anyway, listen. So, there's a lot that's happened in these last couple of weeks. Have you guys been enjoying Raw at like 3 in the afternoon or 4 in the afternoon? Because I've been loving it.
Yeah. It was great this week.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not much has changed for me because I still am so busy on Mondays that I can't watch it live either way. But
Nerd.
You know.
I mean, I turned it. I know a couple weeks ago. I just turned it on in my car while I was driving home, just listening.
I did that too.
Listening to it every once in a while, just to kind of peek at what's going on. And that's honestly like the early start time. I know people in like the UK are like, oh no, do you have to wake up earlier to watch your? I'm like, dude, I'd rather watch wrestling at 5 a.m. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wake
Gives me
up,
something to do all.
Yeah.
yeah, I wake up, get a cup of coffee, and just chill and watch it. Like that was great. Was it Elimination Chamber in like Australia? Like that was awesome. Like,
Yep.
Let's do it again. You're gonna threaten me with wrestling at 3 p.m. Oh no. Like okay.
The funny thing was Chamber 24. So Kory crashed at my house the night before,
Mm-hmm.
and we set alarms to wake up and stuff.
I remember this.
I fell asleep during the Grayson Waller effect, so we had to rewind so that I knew what was going on because I passed out.
So stupid. So stupid.
It wasn't even worth it.
No, it wasn't. You
No,
wasted your
no.
time. Of all the things to have to rewind.
Well, Cody was there, and that was when the final boss character had just been introduced, and
Yeah, sure.
And then all we got was Cody and Seth for that segment, though.
Yeah, should have
Didn't get
known.
no final boss or Roman.
I say we should have known that they weren't coming up.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about things that are actually happening this year. I figured what we could do is kind of go through all the confirmed matches, all the rumored matches, and then kind of just, do everything based off of these, because these are where the storylines are going. So for the confirmed matches, the very first one, of course, is Cody Rhodes and John Cena. How do we feel the whole promo battle has been over the last couple of weeks?
It's not been a promo battle.
It's
That's the thing.
It's kind of
Cody's not like Cena's not talking to Cody.
It's kind of
just going out there, going on these like amazing rants that are like they're so good.
Yeah, I feel like it's been.
Cody comes out and says something, and then Cena just looks at him as like nah and walks away.
Yeah, so I feel like it's been disjointed though. Like it
does.
Cody has been pissed at John Cena and all these people about all this stuff. He's been all fired up. And then John Cena's in the ring and he just, this isn't the John Cena I want. And like, that's it? That's it? That's all you got? That's it? Okay. I thought you were really mad at this dude. Like, and the only thing you could say is, where's John Cena? This is just stupid. And then the second week he does the same thing. And I'm like, dude, like at some point, you were so mad at this dude. You were threatening to put hands on him. And then like it was like on site. And then you see him and you're like, well, that's not John Cena. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like at some point,
he's saying like he's.
Go ahead.
He's waited to be able to like put hands, but like I don't know. He's talking like he's trying to be all mad at Cena and he's trying to go all out at Cena. But the second he sees him, he backs down.
Yeah,
it seems like he's waiting for Cena to throw the first punch, which Cena's just not doing.
It's just I don't know. The whole thing to me, like I think the promos from Cena have been great, and I think the segments with him and Cody have been great. But like, there's just to me, it's like. All right, so when are we going to get to it? Because you were real pissed that he turned on you. He kicked you in the balls. He put you in the STF, and he, like, had Travis Scott slap you in the ear as hard as he could. Like, you were real mad about all this, and you saw this man face to face, and you were just like, you're not worthy of my time. And I was like, oh, that's weird, because, like, 2 weeks ago, you were, like, saying, oh, when I see you, It's just
Do you guys think
weird.
There's a reason they're not having them go back and forth on the mic?
What do you suspect?
I don't agree with this sentiment. I think they're afraid Cena's going to do to Cody what Charlotte did to Tiffany.
I don't think so. I don't think John. I don't
agree with the sentiment. I think Cody can hold his own, but I think that's
I disagree. I disagree.
It was 2 weeks in a row. Cena went out, did this really good promo. Mm-hmm. Cody interrupts, says something, and then Cena leaves.
Yep.
Like they're not going back and forth.
Yeah.
And some of Cena's best work and some of Cody's best work.
No. See, here's the thing. The quote John Cena's best work, as you're alluding to, is John Cena getting a microphone and just attacking somebody for 4 minutes while they're not allowed to respond or prepared to respond. That is bull crap, and that should have never happened. That doesn't elevate people. It makes people look stupid. It made Dolph Ziggler look stupid. It made Bray Wyatt look stupid. It made Roman Reigns look stupid. It made everybody that John Cena did it to look stupid. He shouldn't do that at all. He should have never done that. And I think at this point, we're not going to get that. We're not going to let John Cena just rip apart Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes is the guy. You're not going to just let him do that. And like, it took Vince McMahon being booted out of the company for them to actually protect their top stars. Like, what a crazy thought, If you let John Cena just, like, go ham on somebody on the mic, he will. And because he's so good, it will be really hard for whoever it was to respond, to say anything, even if they're even allowed. There's no way they're going to let that happen.
As I was saying...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
Yes, with the same rant that you've had for the past 3 episodes.
Yes. It's the same thing. I don't understand what you want.
Some of Cody's best work. Kory, your fan is going again.
I don't have it on.
Something's coming back from you.
That's
anyway.
What
some
I
of
said.
Cody's best work is also when he's going back and forth with somebody. See, what you're going on about is being afraid that people aren't going to be prepared or whatnot.
No, people were literally not prepared for Cena to do the things he did. He was just told to do it.
But Cody is good enough on the mic to be able to adapt to stuff like that and be able to respond to stuff like that.
I don't know.
Cody held his own in a promo battle with The Rock. Multiple times.
Okay, The Rock repeats himself 6-7 times, says the same thing over and over. I mean, if you can't think of something, if I said the same thing to you 8 times in a row and you can't think of a response with like the 8th time I'm saying it, I mean, what are we even doing? You just bought all this time. Like, John Cena is better on the microphone than The Rock.
Oh yeah, I'd never.
Like,
Yeah.
100%. John Cena might be the best on the microphone ever. Like, literally ever.
I won't dispute that, honestly. It's like
He's up there. I can think of a couple names that'll challenge him, but
Name two.
Paul Heyman, CM Punk.
Okay, great. I would love to hear all three of them talk. You know what happened to CM Punk when he wasn't allowed to respond to John Cena? John Cena went on a 4-minute rant on him. It didn't go well. It didn't make CM Punk look like a star. This is a trend. I'm just saying.
I mean, this is all stuff that you said yourself. This is all stuff that happened underneath Vince. We don't
Sure,
know what we're getting.
sure.
on
And that's why I don't think it's going to happen now, because
I never said it.
I understand. You asked a question. Why do we think we're not getting this? And I think it's because Vince, and if you allow John Cena to eviscerate somebody, he will.
Do you think that this upcoming Monday is when they finally like start doing some more with it? Like, do we maybe get some kind of altercation more than just one person doing one promo and Cody responding,
I don't think so.
and then just Cena leaves?
No, I don't think they do that until it's back at the go home.
Well, this is the last week that Cena is advertised before Mania.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we get it.
Which is weird because we'll still have
1 week.
2 weeks.
1 week after. That's it.
1 week.
You have one more Raw. You have this coming week's Raw and then the following, and that's it.
So weird.
Yeah, just 2 more Raws. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah. Wait.
I do like the idea that
Yeah,
he
sorry.
wants to ruin wrestling.
Yeah, that was great. That was
so
really
cool.
great.
That poor
Yeah,
Belgian.
that like
I think it's gonna happen. I
we
think.
do have.
I mean, I think it's totally gonna happen, but I don't think it'll ruin wrestling. If anything, it'll make people. it's just a great story at that point, you know. But it's fun that they
I
made
like that
John
kind
Cena.
of in a way we're getting like.
I just think it's fun they made John Cena the heel everyone thought he was. That's like gold. That's like so smart.
I like the
Genuinely,
inverse of like the Money in the Bank 2011 thing that he's kind of referencing too.
Yeah, right. Where he's the one winning
really
it
like
and
this-
taking off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, how the turns have tabled with all this going on.
Sure.
We do have 3 Raws until Mania though.
3?
Counted. Yeah, the 31st, the 7th, and the 14th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We do have 3.
So,
So we're gonna have 2
So the
Raws without
last-
Cena advertised.
So the last 2 Raws, Cena isn't advertised to be there.
that doesn't mean he won't be there though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean, if you're booking the Cena farewell tour, I feel like you're going to advertise Cena will be in town, if nothing else, than to sell tickets.
I kind of feel like at this point you don't need him to sell tickets. Like they're just
You don't
on a
need
hot
him,
streak, but
but it certainly helps.
yeah, but there's been many times when they've had someone like a big star backstage and they didn't tell anybody and they just surprised everybody, you know. So who knows?
WWE is terrible with surprises though.
Are they?
Yeah.
If they really want to surprise you, they will.
But like with like, I guess yeah, but like for the most part, I feel like more often than not, their surprises, like when it comes to special appearances, are so lackluster
Sure.
and they don't do them very well.
Sure, I agree. But I mean,
We'll probably hear like if he does show up on one of the last 2 Raws, we'll probably hear about it like on social media or something the day before.
who
It'll be a
knows?
surprise for me.
Who knows? I mean, how many times has Roman shown up when he's not, advertised? You know, he showed up at the end of that cage match.
Only when Macaulay Culkin's in the crowd.
Yeah, which is a weird thing. He needs to be like the new Pete Rose, and Roman Reigns needs to be the Kane just beating him up for no reason.
Dude, he's the silver. Macaulay Culkin is just the Silver Surfer to Roman's Galactus.
No, I don't like that.
He is
one.
the Herald.
I don't
If
like
you
that
see Macaulay Culkin in the crowd, Roman Reigns is gonna show up.
I don't like. But there's been many times Roman's been there and Macaulay Culkin hasn't been. So
There's been one show this year that Roman was at that Macaulay Culkin was not,
see,
and it was SmackDown.
That's all I needed was
Once.
one.
That's not what plenty or many means.
There have been many shows before where Macaulay Culkin was not at and Roman was.
I said.
You said this year. Yeah, you shortened it to this year to try to
That's
make proof
what
your
I
point.
was referring to was this year.
You didn't say that until after.
Anyways, we're talking about the Cena Cody thing. Do we think The Rock gets? How do we think The Rock involves himself again in this?
I was gonna ask because why has he not been involved in anything since Chamber?
Did we lose Tim?
No, you didn't.
No, okay. It's all like so dependent on if Cena wins or not too. Like, I still am so torn on if I think he's actually gonna win or not.
What's the benefit of him not winning? Like, I guess the question is what moves the needle more, if him winning or not winning. You know what I mean? I think, especially with, and this is just kind of off from Cody versus Cena, but with all the stuff that keeps randomly appearing about Ric Flair, it might not be such a bad thing to kind of remove his legacy a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
He's starting to agree with us. We're seeing it.
No, I don't want Cena to win 17. I just think he will. You know, I think with him turning heel, and it gives people something to hate, about him. No, you have the title and you cannot leave with it. And he's going to find every road to escape with it. And, I think it's actually an interesting story that we would have never, could have never guessed from John Cena. So I think it's compelling. I don't want him to, but I think it's compelling.
I really am curious to see how The Rock is involved with Cena. Like, I feel like it's easier to predict how he would involve himself if Cena loses, because if Cena were to hypothetically lose, The Rock would he would turn on Cena again, and he'd maybe go out to find someone else to take their soul or something like that. But if Cena actually accomplishes winning the championship, I don't understand where they would be going with the whole Rock involvement part of it. That's kind of where my confusion lies.
I don't think The Rock knows either. The Rock just seems to be an agent of chaos who is either actually pulling strings or is just an idiot who just does whatever they tell him to do. And I'm not sure which one,
No, The Rock wanted to be a part of WrestleMania again. That's what it boils down to. Because I think, I have this theory, and if there's not been any proof behind it, but the reason we didn't get new gear or a new theme song or a new presentation for Cena is because he wasn't supposed to turn heel.
Well,
the plan was for Cody to turn heel.
Mm-hmm, yep.
But when
I've
Cody
seen that
was
story
like,
going
no,
around,
I don't
yeah.
want to,
So
Cena was plan B.
So the plan was for Cody to turn heel, or face The Rock. They left it up to Cody to decide what he wanted to do, and he said, "I don't want to face The Rock." He told The Rock no, which makes sense. Because if you lose to I don't know how old The Rock is now. You gotta be 50 something,
He's early 50s,
This
yeah.
game almost every episode.
Sorry.
We play this "How old are they" game almost every episode.
Oh, look, it's a segment. But the thing with The Rock is there's no reason for him to be there. The Rock doesn't need to
52.
win a world title. It's just a kind of be that would be a waste of a world title. So I get like Cody
Oh.
not wanting to face him, but like yeah, I could see Cody going heel, especially if you're gonna go heel on John Cena. But I like this. I think I like this better because we can always still get a Cody heel turn. You're not gonna get another John Cena heel turn, or another opportunity to really do it. So I mean, makes sense.
I think Cena's gonna win at Mania, which I'm cool with. Yeah, I want 17th,
We know.
but I don't think it goes straight back into Cody Cena. I think Cody might like disappear from the title picture for a little bit, or at least for the first show back, because Backlash is in St. Louis. So I think that they're gonna run Cena Orton for the title in St. Louis.
They could do that, and then they could do Cena and Punk at some point.
I still think that'll be Money in the Bank.
It should be. If done correctly, it should be. And then those stories should be Cody Rhodes trying to earn a title shot at any given thing. Essentially what John Cena was doing, with the Rumble and with the Elimination Chamber. Like, that could be literally Cody's story going until he regains it at the end of the year.
Do you think they have Cody be the one to retire him then, winning it back?
I think so. I mean, why not, right? He's
It would make sense.
Yeah,
like, he's
he's
the next top guy of the company, and
right. He is the guy, But I mean,
Makes sense, but it's also such a boring option. I love Cody, but that feels like a boring option.
what would you prefer?
Braun Breaker.
I would have Braun Breaker retire Goldberg.
I don't know, somebody that's like a younger guy that can actually like hyper
So
benefit being the one.
if Cena,
Cody, like, yeah, it makes sense, but at the same time, Cody doesn't need it. He's already the guy.
so if
He's
Cena,
been the
Oh.
since 2023.
so if Cena's the world champion, and you're talking about someone retiring him at the end of the year, his final match in December, you think Braun Breaker should be the world champion going into next year's WrestleMania?
If built properly, or even, I don't know. It's maybe Cena doesn't hold the title to the end of the year.
Right, because I feel like that's kind of what we're looking at, right? Is like who will be the person going into WrestleMania next year with that title? Because as soon as December's over, it's Rumble season. You know what I mean? And we're back into this stage now. So I feel like whoever wins that title needs to be prepped for that. The good news is for anybody to be that selection, we have all year. It's almost April. We have like another 8 months to figure it out. You know what I mean? And who knows where the story could go by then. So I think they'll. I trust that they're gonna figure this out and do its best. Braun Breaker, unless he had like the Money in the Bank, I don't know, man.
Well, they're already position. I mean, right now he's a tweener, but they're starting to build him as a baby face. They can spend the year building him up as this big baby face.
Yeah.
Drop the IC belt to. I mean, he's probably dropping the IC belt at Mania, but spend the year building him up, give him the King of the Ring. Like,
well, we don't even know what his match at Mania is yet. We know, there's rumors, but that's all we really have.
Yeah. I don't know. Just build somebody up. Build a young guy up. I'm fighting every urge to say Dominic Mysterio because I think that would be like hilarious, but also like you're not wasting John Cena's retirement match on
Dominic
Mysterio.
Mysterio will be a future world champion.
Oh, 100%.
And he deserves it.
By retiring John Cena.
What if he wins the Money in the Bank and he retires John Cena?
There's two ways.
Remember what he did to his dad like 10 years ago, so. That was longer than that, but still.
Listen, there are two options to beat Jey Uso for the world title. Sami Zayn or a Dominic Mysterio cash-in.
I hate one of those. All right.
Yeah, the Sami Zayn option's not my best work.
So speaking of Jey Uso, do you guys feel like the Gunther and Jey Uso feud has kind of lost a little bit of steam?
Yeah,
Jimmy's helped picked it back up though.
Well,
Jimmy's
I'm
really
more
helped
excited
pick it up.
Jimmy versus Gunther at this point.
well, we'll see how it goes on Raw, but I assume Gunther's just gonna kill Jimmy Uso.
I don't know. After that slap, he's probably gonna. Them chops are gonna be laid in a little extra hard.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. You know, the sound guy even heard that and was like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
That hallway had acoustics
for sure. But yeah, I think WWE realizes as well that that's maybe lost a little bit of steam, and I think they're trying to recover it. I think what they need to do is, if you're just gonna let them randomly fight whenever, wherever, one of them's gonna get choked out, maybe they just need to be a little more violent with it, and make it a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
I feel like we should have a tag match at some point with the Usos versus Gunther and Ludwig, too.
Well, Ludwig's
he's kind
of doing his own thing though right now.
Yeah, is Imperium still a thing?
I mean, technically,
yeah, but Ludwig wasn't on last week's episode of Raw. That it seems like Ludwig versus Penta might be
he fight
done
Penta?
with.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow,
no, that was 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
It seems like that feud might be done with. So maybe have Ludwig come back help with Gunther.
Well, maybe he's gonna fight a luchador that doesn't exist. Who knows? It's so stupid. So stupid.
He does exist.
He's named after a coffee. So
Coffee's real.
We'll
Give me Grande Americano versus El Generico at WrestleMania.
Well,
I said that.
No, please no.
That.
Please.
Did you really? I didn't see that chat.
Yes, in the group chat.
Please
I
no.
didn't see that one.
Please no.
It'd be so good.
No, it would be a fantastic match, but the stupidest match. All right, so
that's what we live for.
Some of the other confirmed matches we should really talk about this. Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. What do you think happened on SmackDown?
I hated that video promo.
So bad.
It was.
She tried to John Cena her.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That was so bad.
She literally tried to.
She buried her.
Yeah.
She buried
and it was so stupid. It's so. How you feel about Charlotte in that moment is what I've had to feel for John Cena for years. Anyway, but yeah, no, I watched it and I was like, why would you keep asking her a question that she was you know what I mean? She's like this. She's like, this is how the segment goes. Okay, she says this, I say that. She says this, I say that. Great. And then you guys just all kind of hung her out to dry, and I was like, that's pretty messed up. Now, should she work on some sort of improv or just kind of just be a dick and say something off, mean or rude or something? Maybe she should have just done that. But it's clear she was trying to do by the book, and Charlotte doesn't have a book. You know what I mean? That's awful.
You could see the
problem with
Tiffany getting flustered during that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it.
Here's the problem with Tiffany Stratton becoming a babyface. She didn't get over because she was a babyface. She got over because she was a great heel. Let her be mean girl Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, she still can do that.
But she's pulled up this babyface template number 3 against Charlotte, and it's not working.
Well, I hope at WrestleMania she cheats to win or something.
Not even that. Let her do the mean girl promos, but instead of picking on a baby face like Bailey, pick on Charlotte.
Yeah, be a heel that picks on the uber heel.
Your knee doesn't work. You said, what? What'd you say?
I said, yeah, be a heel that goes after a mega heel. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they let her do that instead of, all right, here's your babyface script. Keep asking why she's throwing water on something hot. It was so bad.
Yeah. I get it, but you She's only doing what's asked of her, and I feel like that's what sucks that Charlotte did that to her. You know what I mean? She's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to make this work. I'm trying to be a team player, and you're just kind of being a dick to me right now." You know what I mean? Like why would you do that? I don't know. I hope Tiffany Stratton defeats Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm so nervous about
Starting
that.
to get worried about that one.
Can I ask you guys something though? Why is it that you don't want Flair to win this match?
Remember how everybody felt about Roman Reigns in like 2015, 2016?
Yeah, I was one of the people that
They
were
were doing
saying
the same.
I was one of
They
the.
were doing the same thing with Charlotte.
I agree. I was
Yeah.
one of the people that kept saying that, and everyone just ignored it. I was like, no, really think about it. Charlotte is Roman Reigns of the women's division. But why
We
are
like Roman now because he changed, he adapted, he got better. Charlotte's still the same person. Charlotte has been the same character since she got brought up to the main roster.
So you don't like Charlotte because she didn't adapt or change?
There's been no change. She was shoved down our throats, and I'm sure you're going to turn this into a John Cena rant, but
No, I
she
really
was shoved down our
no, I wasn't.
throats.
I wasn't going to, but I mean, if you'd like me to, I could, because the parallel is really easy to make. But the fact that you saw the parallel that I didn't make lets me know that you're aware of it. So
Yeah, I've never disputed what happened with Cena. I just have the childhood nostalgia to be like, yeah, but
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Cena could
No.
at least be entertaining in his ways with doing
Exactly.
this.
Sure. Well, at least with the John Cena thing at the moment, there's his character's different. You know, he's sticking it to the people in the crowd, like, you know. So no, there is a difference, but I mean, yeah, Charlotte. I go back and forth on whether wrestlers should be good at promos. And I'm like, is your wrestling good? But then I think of Charlotte Flair and I go, nope, it's not good enough. Nope, you can be a great wrestler, but like, you're just god awful. And then I watch a Ricochet promo on AEW and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, it's so.
I don't think Ricochet's AEW work been bad.
His promos have been awful.
I don't think they have, man.
Oh man, I've seen
You're just a Ricochet believer. You've always been
I-
a Ricochet believer.
no,
In WWE, Ricochet was a bad promo. He was.
He's still a bad.
His
promo.
new character work that he's been doing in AEW, I don't think is bad.
I didn't say his character's bad. I said his
That's
promos are
promos
bad. Like
Promos are character work.
they can be, but like, I just feel like he doesn't know how to cut one. I feel like he needs to just. I don't know. I don't believe him. You know, he just. I don't know. He's a nice guy, I'm sure, and he's a fantastic wrestler. But
I was going to say,
yeah,
speaking
I
of
don't.
Ricochet, congratulations
Yeah, for sure.
to Smith Irvin. Got married Wednesday, which
Yeah.
is a really weird day to be married.
I mean, if you're rich, you do what you want. You know.
It's fair.
you don't care. People still showed up. They were all there. Probably got thousands of dollars and millions of dollars worth of gifts and things. And they didn't care.
You got to skip work that day too.
Hey, he still sent a promo in. Bro still shot a promo.
Oh, he did. I don't watch AEW.
From his wedding, shot a promo.
Was it at his
Okay.
wedding? He was actually shooting
It was
it.
at his wedding.
But if he got married on Wednesday, and how did it air on Wednesday?
Did they just not edit it?
They shot it
sent
earlier in the
raw
day. and
raw
He
footage.
sent it in.
I guess that depends on what time he got married. But imagine not getting married on a Wednesday morning. That's even worse than getting married on just a Wednesday.
Or they shot it before the wedding.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know when. I guess it all depends on when it airs, when it was shot. But
I mean, I'm sure he didn't stop his vows to cut a promo.
maybe.
but-
Hey,
He's not dedicated
hey,
to the craft. enough. He
Drake,
didn't do that.
Drake Maverick shot a 24/7 title change in the middle of his wedding.
His actual wedding?
That was actually his wedding. Yes.
Oop.
In the middle of it.
Ricochet's not dedicated
That
enough.
I mean,
Got to be more dedicated.
like the
I've
thing.
got a buddy who got married, and he shot his band's music video at his wedding so that they could write the wedding off for tax purposes.
That's brilliant. Also, was his wife cool with it though? Because
Yeah.
great, because that's the important thing. All right, so let's talk about this triple threat: Roman, Rollins, and Punk. I think we all saw this coming from Rumble. I don't think anyone was really caught off guard by this. We had discussed it the day of the Rumble. We're like, hey, the triple threat or something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't fully convinced on how they all three kind of connected until I saw Paul Heyman like talking to CM Punk in the middle of the cage. And it was like, oh, that's how. Oh crap.
And by the fact that Punk didn't deserve that.
Huh?
Punk did not deserve that beating because Heyman went to check on him.
I agree, but
Like,
oh well. The tribal chief is a jealous tribal chief. You know, who's this is my island of relevancy, and this is my wise man, and you know whatever.
Punk was trying to take his man's.
Yeah,
You know?
right. He's trying to take his Paulrus. That's the best insult I've ever heard about Paul
Just
Heyman.
that was great. Who was that?
Jerry the King Lawler called him the Paulrus.
Oh, that makes me not like it as much.
Why?
Just Jerry Lawler.
Screw Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler's not a good person.
What's wrong with Jerry Lawler?
Many things.
What, something happened recently that I don't know about? That man had a heart attack live on
That's
TV.
been happening for probably since before we've been alive.
What happened? Hold on. What you want to fill me in or?
Jerry Lawler, like, how do I describe this in a PG way?
You don't have to.
Say Drake.
We have a button that says that's not PG.
Drake. Yeah.
Jerry Lawler prefers younger women.
I don't even know if that's PG.
Okay. I yeah, sure.
Mm.
And has been accused and proven. Yeah.
Proven?
I believe so. I might be wrong on that. I was pretty sure it was proven.
This is now a legal podcast.
Bro, I've been watching that new Daredevil show.
I think
so good.
So as far as I can see, everything's alleged. Nothing is proven. But I don't know if I alleged you. If I said you did a crime that you didn't do, even if I just said it, I could ruin your reputation. But I don't know. I'm not saying I don't know.
Not to get too deep into this because it's not a fun topic, but there was this time AJ Lee was on commentary, and Lawler was like kind of flirting with her, and AJ on commentary goes, "Chill out, Jerry. I'm pretty sure I'm too old for you. I'm 26."
Yeah, I remember that. I see that clip a lot.
Sure.
Oh,
all right. So Roman Rollins, Punk, thoughts?
We should add a fourth person to it.
Dominic Mysterio,
Drew McIntyre.
he's tied up with Priest.
He would be so much. I know he is, but he would be so much. It would be so much better in this Fatal 4-Way. He fits in the Fatal 4.
He could still show up and just murder all three of them. I mean,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He very well could.
He won't. There's no reason to, but
He won't. Like, here's my take on this match. I think Rollins needs to win it.
I agree 100%.
I think he's going to take the pin, but I think he would benefit the most from winning.
Oh, you think Rollins will take the pin, whoever wins, Punk or Roman?
Yeah. I think Rollins will take the pin, probably for Punk to win.
I think Rollins wins.
I think that Rollins needs the win, but I don't think he's going to.
I don't know if he needs it. Rollins is you reach a point where you're like Teflon. Where like nothing hurts you. And I think Rollins is there. Like I don't know what you do to make Rollins look. You know what I do? You know what you can do to make Rollins look stupid? You can put him in a Hell in a Cell with the Fiend and have like the match end in a disqualification or something. You could do that. But like other than like the worst booking decisions in like 25 years, I don't know what you do to Rollins at this moment to hinder him. Dude can cut a great
Yeah,
promo. He can talk his way out of anything. Like he might actually be the top guy. Like for real.
No, that's Cody.
Like the guy you can put in any situation, he'll do anything. Like I don't know. Rollins could do it. Rollins is
I see that, and I agree with a lot of that. But my thing is, when I'm thinking of like 1A, like top draws, right? Who are your top draw guys? Cody, Cena, Roman, Punk. I don't know if I see Seth in that category, and I think the win at Mania could put him in that category.
I think he's already in there. The fact that he's even in this triple threat because they couldn't do it without him. Like, dude, this might be the second biggest match of the entire like WrestleMania card at the moment.
Yeah, and like I like Rollins, I really do.
Mm-hmm.
For a little while, like he was probably my favorite wrestler until I learned about Finn Balor and Johnny Gargano. But I don't think he's in that top, like that 1A conversation. Now a win in the Mania main event, heck, have him pin Punk clean.
What if
I mean, he's beat.
Paul Heyman turns on both Roman and Punk to side with Seth?
That's great.
I like that.
I would
saw
love
that. I saw that somewhere, and I
Mhm.
really like that.
That's great, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't give that to Rollins. Matter of fact, I would.
Only
I mean, that would be really interesting, but I think
It would be such a weird dynamic seeing them two together.
only if Paul Heyman starts dressing in the ridiculous outfits too.
Yes.
Either both of them do it, or neither of them do it.
no,
One way or the other.
no. I think that match is gonna be
Just imagine
just.
Paul Heyman walking out with like a giant like puffer on one shoulder.
Oh my god.
He's got a 42-foot train that matches Seth's 42-foot train.
No, please no. Please no.
Oh, I need this now.
AI will make it for you. You don't have to. Don't do this to yourself.
Just like how the
Speaking-
AI made that promo.
Yeah.
Or that
Yeah.
video.
hmm
For what video?
The El Grande Americano
Americano.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
video package.
Yeah.
It was so bad. People are so mad about
But that was the point.
Yeah, I don't think people are understanding.
So
that-
supposed to be
But
satire.
hold on. Let's get there when we get there. We have a lot to get through before we get there.
So-
Because I
so much.
I really want to talk about it. I really want to talk about the person that I had talked to that had an awful take about who that person actually was, and I was like, "You're dumb." All right, listen. The next match we have that is confirmed is Orton versus Owens. That is gonna be awesome, and I need Orton to boot him in the head.
That Punk kick is going to be one of the biggest pops of the night. Honestly, might be.
Yes.
Here's the crossroads I'm at. I don't want Kevin Owens to kick out of the punt,
Okay.
but I think Kevin Owens needs to win this match.
Great, Sami Zayn. Where has Sami Zayn been?
Dead.
If you want Sami Zayn to fight Jey Uso in the future, here's how you get there.
Turn Sammy heel.
Yes.
Sammy's
He has so much history with
why?
Kevin.
What's the justification for turning?
You
Sammy
wanted him to
heel?
fight Jey Uso. Who's the heel?
It can be a
He
baby face.
literally brought this idea up.
I never said turn him heel. I just said you can have him beat Jey Uso. It can be a babyface versus babyface match.
Those don't work very well.
Yeah, I mean with those two's history and character work, I think they can make it work. But I don't know. I don't.
I don't know. Jey Uso couldn't make a match
What
with his brother
world-
work.
In what world does
I think you missed that.
Sami Zayn returning at Mania to help the guy that tried to kill him a month before make any sense?
Before I answer that, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Uso. Yeah, that was bad.
Okay. All right.
Listen. That heel turn didn't make any sense either. Jimmy turning on Jay at
No,
at
I
SummerSlam
agree.
didn't make
My
sense.
point was that they have a lot of history and they couldn't make that work. You know, I don't know. I don't because one of the things I wanted to bring up is where is Sami Zayn, and I'm looking and
He's
I'm
dead.
like, He's not dead, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, he's got to fit in here somewhere. You know what
He
I
will
would
fit in on Raw after WrestleMania.
You know what I would really love though? If Sami Zayn is going to come back after WrestleMania and do something, I want him to get kicked in the face by Aleister Black. Because I feel like they would have really good matches. But
I think Black's going to SmackDown.
Yeah,
so unless you're putting on SmackDown.
there could be a draft, and kind of at the moment things don't really matter. But we'll get to that later because there's also the after Raw return / surprises. I think we have real potential for. The last confirmed match, I'm sorry, Kory, is Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. I
Maybe.
In kayfabe, this is the match.
Okay. So right, because the first rumored match I've had is Io, Ripley, and Belair.
Ridley.
Yeah, I typed it as Ripley and it auto-corrected. But I think...
So,
go ahead.
They're doing too much with this story. Why do we have another title match on Raw? They're doing too much.
They're not doing too
Just
much.
have
No,
Io be
because
like,
because you see where this is going. Bianca's gonna get involved. So she's the referee. Something's gonna happen where
What? The
Io
referee?
wins, and then and Ripley turns on Bianca and beats her, and then she hits the riptide on her, and then Io's gonna try to save her, and then it's gonna all just lead into a triple threat. We all see it. We all know.
Io literally wanted to fight. She wanted to be she wanted it to be a triple threat. We literally could just make it a triple threat.
It's gonna
And it
happen.
would make sense.
100%.
yeah, I think they're doing too
It's
much.
still gonna happen, but I don't think we needed to add another championship match just to make it happen. I kind of see where Ian's coming from with this.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're right. We shouldn't have Io Sky wrestling on Raw. You're right.
Okay, that is not what either of us said.
I know. I was just trying to stick it to Kory because that's the one thing he really wants to watch. Because that's his whole thing.
I
I
don't.
don't even know if that's PG.
We all know. Stop it. Continue. Anyway, what? So anyway, that's gonna be a triple threat. It has to be. I don't see how you don't make it a triple threat. What happened to Bayley and Roxanne Perez?
I said that after a Chamber episode that they didn't even they didn't do anything even in the Chamber match with that rivalry.
They
and
brought
since then it's been nothing.
They brought Roxanne up just to go into the Elimination Chamber and then just
Is it
dissolve.
possible that Roxanne's hurt?
I don't know.
Because I don't think she's been in the last 2 weeks of NXT either.
Or
Unless
I
I'm
haven't been able to keep up with NXT the last couple weeks.
so
Not gonna lie.
unless this is a one of the Raw after Mania, SmackDown after Mania things. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah, but even still, when they did that with Tiffany, she still worked and delivered.
who knows? Yeah, I again I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Roxanne, but I hope they get back to that because they have really good potential between the two of them. But who knows?
It looks like they're throwing Bayley maybe in the IC title picture too, without bringing Roxanne right now. There's going to be so many multi-people matches at this Mania. It feels like.
The women's IC is either getting a triple threat with Lyra, Bayley, and Liv, or Lyra and Bayley are going to challenge for the women's tag titles. In which case, why is your women's Intercontinental Champion challenging for the tag titles?
Yeah, that title should be on the line for its first Mania.
Sure. Should could.
Women's US title is likely going to be Zelina versus Chelsea.
And that will be great. Chelsea Green has been hilarious. One of the highlights, on SmackDown. The other match we got, just real quick to run through these, we got AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. That's probably going to happen. I think we all can kind of see that.
That's just going to be a good match.
Yeah, hopefully we build it a little bit more than just the Andrew Schultz segment.
Sure.
That'd be nice.
You hope so.
Yeah.
I think regardless, AJ Styles is going to drag Logan Paul into an incredible match because Logan Paul can actually do things, and listen. We have the match you guys are so excited for, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
I tell you what, SmackDown made this actually somewhat interesting. With this
I've
whole
been saying
idea
since the
that
start that it's gonna be a good match. I'm just not invested in the story part of it. I've been saying it's gonna be a good match the whole time. Though.
they ran this video promo where it was pretty much Drew being like, "Who was there to vulture all of my downfalls?" It was Priest, and I was like, "Oh, that's actually interesting. They've made this kind of interesting." Now, I wish that it wasn't just big brawl every time they were with each other. Like Priest
So
isn't
many.
Well, so we, you know, I agree with you, but I think at the same time, we're kind of speaking out of both sides of our mouth here because we're like, yeah, they just fight, and then we go, why haven't John Cena and Cody Rhodes fought? You know,
it's different stories. All Cena and Cody have done is talk. All Priest and Drew have done is fight.
Well-
There's a happy medium.
well, no, Cody Rhodes got jumped by 3 guys. The only one that's on Raw for the last 2 weeks has been the guy he's facing at WrestleMania, and he just kind of looked at him and called him names.
Yeah.
You know, and the promo after, he was pissed. And that you just, I don't know. So I guess it's, you know, whatever. But, I mean, also we could say the same thing for Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton because, actually, no, that was pretty good. They're just kind of constantly fighting throughout SmackDown.
Even though Tiffany didn't hit Charlotte on either of those dives.
Nope. She hit all them security guys. Poor security guys. The funny part
Charlotte
is
literally pushed the security
Yeah,
guys into the
the funny part is she probably could have all those guys probably could have just caught her and not fallen over, you know. But what else? There's the potential of a Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu match. I think they're saving that for after Mania at this point.
Yeah, but what do you do with Solo and Jacob at Mania? Like, do you put him in the giant U.S. title match?
Dude,
put them in a tag match and have that be the full actual turn. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, because then what do you do with like the whole Braun Strowman Jacob Fatu thing, which has gone on for far too long right now? You know,
Don't have that bleed into
I'm
Mania.
so scared that that's a Mania match. I'm so scared about that.
well, maybe Braun Strowman finds a partner, and they do a tag match, and then Solo turns on Jacob, and then that's how it kicks off. You know, who knows? Because you got to
Hey,
think.
how long ago was WrestleMania 34? Nicholas should be 18 by now, right?
Oh my God. Moving on. So
Kory, you don't get that reference, do you?
great. Go look when you get off of here. Look up Braun Strowman's mystery tag partner at WrestleMania. It's
Oh no! I do know that. Okay, I know
The
that.
10-year-old kid.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Mhm,
Fun
mhm.
fact, was the son of referee John Cone.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
it's hilarious. All right,
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
one of the other matches that's rumored is Naomi versus Jade Cargill. I think you have to do it. That has to be at a Mania match.
That's got to be a no DQ match or something.
100%,
right? That's
100%.
gotta be a stipulation.
100%. It'll help Jade Cargill not show all the holes in her game still, and it will let Naomi kind of do better. I don't think Naomi's a bad wrestler, but I feel like sometimes her stuff doesn't look crisp. It looks like I almost got
very,
you.
like, this is gonna sound weird, but like she's too safe of a worker.
Yeah, she's like the Miz. Where you know what she's doing and you can kind of see through all of it. What I need her to do for this match, I need her and Jade to go backstage and be like, "Listen, I'm gonna hit you really hard." I need them to have an understanding going into this match. I'm gonna punch you and it's gonna suck, but you hit me back, and we'll just, I need them to have like that kind of like moment, like a Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar kind of thing. Like I need you guys to kind of look at each other and be like, well, this is gonna suck for both of us, but here we go. You know what I mean? There needs to be some intensity, And if there's not, it won't work. That's the problem with
Yeah,
Ricochet, for the record. My opinion.
I guess we just see where the story goes. Obviously, like by this point, oh no, SmackDown's not over yet, is it?
No. I haven't looked at the
No.
results. I've been wanting to.
I'm not
I haven't-
going to.
Mm-mm.
I'll watch it. Either if not tonight, then tomorrow morning.
I'm watching it when it goes live on television. So
Yeah.
I've been thinking about getting a VPN
Oh.
and watching SmackDown like at 4:00 every Friday. You know, we're like,
Well, I mean, I think this is the last week for it. Maybe next week.
SmackDown?
Oh no, they're in London. No, yeah, this is the last week for the early SmackDown because Raw is the last.
Right.
This week's.
Right. But I thought about getting a VPN to watch them instead of having it spoiled this last couple weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like you were gonna do it.
No,
In the
but also
future
I
for
could
it.
do it and just cancel cable because it's killing me. But besides the point.
See, I got my in-laws YouTube TV, so
Yeah,
free.
that's what I've been thinking. So yeah, Naomi and Jade Cargill, I think it needs to be brutal. And then there's this match. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. There has to be a SmackDown Tag Title match on WrestleMania, and I think it might be a 10-person, 5 different tag
Just
team
throw
thing.
all in
Then
there,
that's a ladder
throw
match.
some ladders in, and call it a match.
That's what I think we should do,
Or they do TLC 4.
bro. If you needed some guys to do it,
TLC.
they could do it.
It's gonna be what? Machine Guns, Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, DIY, and the Garzas.
Yeah, that's gonna kill. That's incredible.
It's 5.
That'll be good.
Yeah, 100%. That might steal WrestleMania.
Pretty Deadly comes out on top.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Pretty Deadly.
Yes,
If
boy.
If they did win today, they're winning at Mania.
If they win at WrestleMania, we all have to buy Pretty Deadly shirts.
No.
Okay. What?
I'm sorry. The correct answer was yes, boy.
I think it's either going to be Mania will either be Pretty Deadly or the Machine Guns.
No,
I feel like
it's got to be Pretty Deadly.
Well, it's probably going to
Gotta
be
be
Pretty
Pretty
Deadly, but also I feel like Paul might be like, "Hey, you guys have been in the industry for 20 plus years. Here's your big moment at Mania."
I want the Iconics to return and have like a promo off with Pretty Deadly.
The most obnoxious.
I
5
know,
minutes.
and I would love it. And then Chelsea Green can interfere in it, and then it would be the funniest thing in the world for me.
You know how like that's a group of people I would not want to be in an elevator with.
Oh my god, that's right. See, I like watching chaos. I don't like being involved in it, so I wouldn't want to be in the elevator either. However, if I could have a camera and a microphone in there, I'm down. I would love to see what happens in that elevator.
You know how there was like that group of band kids and theater kids that were just always talking so loud and they were always weird?
Yeah.
That's that group of people that you just described.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. By the way, I would buy a Chelsea Green shirt because
I'm surprised you don't already have one.
I know, right?
Chelsea Green is awesome.
Dude, she's the
You
best.
shouldn't be ashamed.
She's the best.
I love that she uses the Rough Rider. I think it's the funniest thing that she uses the Rough Rider as like a signature move.
She kind of does it better than her husband did. The Rough Rider's
does
always
not.
been a woman's move if you think about it. What do you mean? You run at somebody and then take their face and put it close to your crotch and then fall down? Like, it's kind of a weird move, dog. It's a weird that's not a PG move. I'm just saying that's a weird move.
I don't even know if that's PG.
It's not. I promise you. Anyway, so
Hey, Tim,
yeah.
if you want the Chelsea Green shirt, they're on sale right now.
I know. Don't tell. Shh. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I can't see anything.
26.24 with code pinfall.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, might be here by WrestleMania. You'll
He's
see.
wearing that shirt the next pod.
Right. Oh, you know what? Ian won't be able to see it. He's be on that boat. But all right, hey, let's talk about some surprises that could show up. The Raw, SmackDown after. You guys got any names other than the ones I listed?
I think that's when Sammy comes back.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Phoenix is basically already confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be on Raw. I think him and Aleister Black are going to be.
Yeah.
on
Both their
SmackDown.
promos are on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's.
When I said that the first time, you guys were like, "No, he'll be on Raw."
Well, he could be eventually, but because I think eventually you do put him with Penta, right?
who else? I think Ethan Page comes up from NXT.
I'd put him on SmackDown.
Just so you can see a promo between Ethan Page and LA Knight.
No. Just because
That'd
I
be
don't know
great,
what I don't know what to do with him on Raw.
You think Trick Williams also comes up?
No, I think they give him one more year. Let him be this heel-ish character that he's sort of turned into.
I think that depends. I don't know. It could. I mean, I can see it either way. I just don't know what you do with him. And this has always been my thing. Is like, don't bring up talent if you don't have a plan for them. You know what I mean? Like, please have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So many talent have been wasted because they had no plan for them.
I mean, he can always partner back up with Mello as a heel team.
Yeah, I mean he could, but that seems like a step back for him, you know.
I mean, he put them in the SmackDown Tag Division.
Sure. So I had this really cool idea. You guys tell me what you think. I have two ideas that are kind of like similar in a way, but one's for the guys and one's for the girls. Imagine you finally get your AJ Lee return, right?
I was just about to say that.
She shows up, and as soon as she goes to talk, Paige's music hit, and Paige comes out, and immediately is like, "No, this is my moment."
Flip it the other way around.
See, I wouldn't though. You know why? Because this is exactly what happened. The Raw after Mania when Paige first came up, right? Exactly, and I just think that would be hilarious. The other one is Big E finally comes back, and Aleister Black shows up and just kicks him right in the face. Because right before Aleister Black got released, the last thing he did was kick Big E in the face, and then he got released. Even Vince liked Big E so much, he was like, I can't believe you did that. Good luck in your future endeavors, you know? But I just think that would be great.
Do you think we're getting Becky at Raw after
Oh
Mania?
yeah, Becky will be back
Probably.
after the
Raw or SmackDown for sure. For sure.
I don't think they could put her on SmackDown. I think she's more fit for Raw.
I think that depends if Charlotte wins that world title.
God, I hope not.
I know, but you know
you sent that thing in the group chat yesterday, and I so badly wanted to type, "Can I retire Charlotte twice?"
Oh. Bro, that was hard.
I couldn't answer.
Oh, I could.
100%. Anyway, I feel like so. It was. Hold up.
I'm looking at it now.
So for those who are listening and don't have like the access to our group chat, it was one of those things where it says release one, retire one, rehire one. For the release one, it was Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Io Sky. For retire, it was Natty, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. And for rehire, it was Sasha Banks, Toni Storm, and Paige.
I figured out my retire and my rehire almost immediately. I sat there for like 40 minutes trying to decide who to release and came to the conclusion that no, I don't think I will.
Okay. But if you had to pick one, you can't just not play the game. You played 2/3 of it. Come on. Don't be a quitter.
I feel like it's Bianca.
Huh?
I feel like you released Bianca.
Oh, see, I think you're wrong.
I was going to say Rhea.
Okay. Wow. We're going to run the whole pyramid here. I think it's Io.
You know I'm not going to say Io. You know me well. I'm not going to.
I think it is Io though.
So here was my thought process. Rhea Ripley is the biggest star in the women's division, bar none. She is 1A on the women's roster. With the general public, Rhea Ripley is 1A. Rhea Ripley is gaining non-wrestling fan interest.
Unless Becky Lynch comes back.
Yeah.
I think she's a bigger star than Becky at this point.
Rhea Ripley's known so
with general
far outside of wrestling at this point.
Yeah.
There are people who don't watch wrestling who are like, "Who's this Rhea Ripley person?"
Yeah, goth weirdos.
Hmm.
Continue.
And Io is like, Io's a top 3 worker on the roster as a whole.
Top 3. That's an interesting argument to have too at some point. Continue though.
So just by like, Bianca's a draw, but she's not as big of a draw as Rhea. She's a good worker. She's not as good of a worker as Io. I think she's just the odd man out or odd woman out.
So I would make the argument: you keep Bianca, you get rid of Io. I think you can get rid of Io or Rhea, and I have a reason for both. Io because Io is the best wrestler in the world right now, and she has been for a very long time. Like she's just so good. But her market is limited by her limited ability to speak English. Right?
Send her back to Japan.
I think
But
I just think I think that I think if she spoke better English, she would be a way bigger star. She could be. Like, you know what I mean? And in a weird way, it kind of gives her like an aura, because you don't know whatever the hell she's saying or doing.
just one of the most like entertaining things I've seen Io do was just her and Asuka going back and forth in Japanese, and nobody knew what they were saying, but it was just awesome.
Yeah, right. And so I think there's like kind of like an aura about that, but I think at the same time it would help her to be better at English, and she's getting there. And the other way I would release Ripley is because I would say, hey, do you want to be with your husband? You know, I feel like there's like a this is a goodwill gesture, you know, but I don't know. Honestly, the correct answer is you get rid of none of them. Like, honestly, can we like swap Charlotte with any one of those 3 and we'll easily go, yep, Charlotte's gone. You know what I mean? And then you can retire Natty and then you can rehire Paige.
No,
Or Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Well,
I don't think, like, granted, the Timeless character works way better in AEW than it would in the WWE. But Tony Storm's only like 28.
Right. So she has more. So she has more time around this business before she can come. Like, she doesn't have to come back immediately. We don't know how much time Paige has.
I've never been a huge Paige fan.
Oh,
so
she was great.
She was good, just not somebody that I connected with.
Yeah, I get it. So, other surprises we could probably
Kory,
see.
who are you?
Go ahead.
Corey, who are you rehiring? We all agree to retire Charlotte, right?
I'd probably go with Paige. Yeah, retire Charlotte. I honestly don't. I didn't like. I knew Tony Storm was in WWE, but not when I was paying attention.
Tony Storm is really good. Like,
Her main roster time was bad, but
well,
Vince.
they immediately pinned her up against Charlotte, and then it was like,
Oh, yeah, I can see where that's going.
Exactly.
Immediately.
The only person Charlotte has not been able to take the piss out of is Becky Lynch, because Becky just didn't take that crap. You know what I mean?
She's Becky Lynch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because she was literally on that top level, and she's like, what are you gonna do to me? You know. But I don't know.
I'd rehire Paige.
Yeah, we know why. Go away, weirdo.
And I know why Ian wouldn't. It's the same reason.
Wait, what?
The opposite for the same reason.
Kory, do you want to?
He's scared of goth girls, is what I'm saying.
I'm not scared of goth girls. I just, what are you on?
Yeah, where did that come from?
That felt like you just wanted to take a shot, dog, and it wasn't even a good shot.
Do you never just take a shot, Dion Waiters?
Anyway,
So this has gotten weird. I don't like it. Someone else we can see is Asuka.
Y'all started it.
no, we didn't.
We can not only can we see Asuka, we can see what the hell is going on with Julia. I'm so confused.
I
She lost this. She had this match with. They rushed into this match with Stephanie Vicaire, where she lost her NXT Women's Championship to Stephanie. Which honestly, if you're gonna lose it to somebody, makes sense. But then like she showed up like last week, like on a house show.
She wasn't in a match though.
No, she showed up on a house show and was like there. I'm like, why? What are you doing? Why are you here? Aren't you injured? What are you doing?
She didn't wrestle though, did she?
No, but it was 6 days later, and she got physical with what's her name? Jeez, I don't even remember.
Jada Parker, JC Jane, Jordan Grace.
I think it was. I think it was JC Jane, but like or one of them. But I don't recall. But she did stuff. I don't understand. Are you injured or not? Because what are we doing? Like, why did you lose that match then? You know what the hell? But I don't know. All right, let's talk about the thing Kory really, really wants to talk about. El Grande Americano.
You were the one who said earlier in the pod that you want to talk about this. Actually, you're the one who said you were excited.
You wanted to. You were so. Why are you so excited about this?
You literally said 25 minutes ago, we have to wait to talk about this later because I really want to talk about this.
We are giving you the floor because you were excited. Either talk about it or let somebody else go.
I was literally not the one who was talking earlier about being excited about it.
Dude,
El Grande Americano is clearly not Chad Gable. Okay, fine. This is what you want me to do. I will be your puppet. Okay, Chad Gable is clearly not El Grande Americano. He had a doctor's note. Why would the doctor risk his job? It's not feasible. I don't believe it. It's clearly somebody else. I don't know who it is. It's not Chad Gable. That man was sick. He was sniffling.
It's not even.
Is that what you wanted?
It's not even the best evidence you can provide. We saw them standing like 4 feet apart from each other.
Exactly. We've seen them both in the same room together. You know who we haven't seen be in the same room together? El Grande Americano and Julius Creed.
Oh my god. I had a real conversation about this where someone was like, "Yeah, I think that's Julius Creed." And I was and this dude like provided me, "Oh my, I'll send it to you guys. Hold on. I want you to like look at this in real time. It's hilarious." He just texted me actually. His name will remain he'll remain nameless because of, you know.
Is it somebody that we know?
I'll tell you off the air.
I mean, you're sending us the screenshot.
I will tell. No, it's not. It's not a screenshot. It's a photo he sent me. Here it comes.
Okay, so they listen.
No, they don't listen to this. They watch Raw. I hope they don't listen to this. They went and made a freaking diagram to explain why Julius Creed is El Grande Americano.
I have never seen somebody pay that much attention to a male anatomy.
Bro, that is a weird statement, and I don't even know if that's PG.
Phrasing.
But like, bro, so what we're looking at here is
pointing to be similar is not similar.
No, we're looking at muscles and going, "Oh, well, that guy has muscle too." And I was like, "This is the stupidest argument." So this dude was like, "No, it's Julius Creed," and I was like, "I will bet you anything." So what do you want to bet? And I'm like, "You tell me what you want, what you're willing to give me." And he didn't. And I was like, "Let me ask you just one question." And he goes, because he started like texting, and I was like, "Oh, you're just gonna ramble." Let me ask you one question. I'm like, "Did this fake American luchador like tower over Dragon Lee?" And he goes, "No." And I was like, "That's weird because Julius Creed is 6'3" and Dragon Lee is 5'7". To me, that's a big difference. It's like, what, 8, 9 inches? That you would see that. And I was like, but like, you know, Chad Gable's 5'8". Essentially the same height, you know? I was like, it would make more sense if, he turned the camera off.
He's getting in trouble.
Yep.
He's been recording for too long.
But yeah, also, Kory, you just totally agreed that
dinner might be ready. soon.
You just agreed that Chad Gable is El Grande Americano.
I'm agreeing that it's not Julius Creed. For the height difference,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. But yeah, like
Okay.
that was like the dumbest I was like, what are you talking about?
Speaking of dumb arguments, these people that are like, this is racist, this is horrible.
What's racist?
MAGA company. They're claiming that this Grande Americano thing is racist and disrespectful.
I've only
to
heard people
usually
defend
white.
that it's not. I've never heard people. I've only heard people defend that it's not. I haven't heard people. claim
Man,
that it
this is
yet.
something that's almost a tradition in wrestling. It's happened so many times. The Miz
And,
did
like,
it.
yeah.
Dusty Rhodes did it. I mean, so many wrestlers
was
have
like
done this.
The Gulf of Mexico or the Gulf of America thing had people like super.
That was
pressed.
hilarious. The freaking Hulk
great.
Hogan did it. Like, so many people have done it. It's hilarious. It's clearly
it's
a goof.
So,
Kurt Angle did it.
people are taking it as like disrespectful and all that, and I'm just sitting here like,
Okay, well,
what are you on?
they need to go
It's
back and
clearly
It's
a
the same people that got the people that got offended about the Washington Redskins.
they need to go back and watch Edge and
It's the same
Christian dressed up as gold luchadors. Like,
Oh, what were they? What was the name?
oh my gosh, I
Was
don't
it El
remember.
Conquistadors?
Huh?
Was it El Conquistadors?
Yeah, something. It was stupid on the nose. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, no, it's just awful. But the point is, wrestling is like comedy, right? Where it makes fun of things, and that's the point. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to laugh at something that's stupid if it's
Wrestling
presented
can be
to be
goofy
stupid.
sometimes.
Yeah, R-Truth has made a career of the last God knows how long being stupid. You know, and it works. No, wrestling is just fun, man. It's just people take it far too seriously and think it's trying to be a political thing. It's not. And this podcast could very quickly and very easily become a political thing, but it's not. Just like
We're not going.
just like El Grande Americano.
I would sit here in silence.
Yeah, I know, because you have nothing to add. You just be like, yeah, absolutely. But no, yeah. If anyone thinks it's racist, like honestly, go touch grass or something. Chill out, man.
I want them to book Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Chad Gable and El Grande Americano, and I want to see what Chad Gable does.
You guys have 2K25, right? Tell me, on the creation suite, is El Grande Americano already exist? Because I bet he does.
Probably.
I haven't checked. I'll go look right now.
I haven't played the
Hold on,
game in a few days.
Yeah, I bet he's on there somewhere. You could just download him right now. And I bet you it's got all of Chad Gable's moves. I'm sorry, Julius Creed's
I was
moves.
gonna say, it's not even like a full character. It's just an alternate attire for Chad Gable.
Right? Julius Creed. But
Not Julius Creed. Stop it.
I know it's so stupid.
Might be Brutus though.
Oh my God,
might
can
be
you
Brutus.
imagine? Guys, I really think it's Braun Strowman. I really think it's him. Totally.
And
You
it's
thought it was
clearly-
somebody from NXT, and like I was saying,
Okay.
it's clearly Oba Fett, someone from NXT.
To clarify before that gets taken out of context, I said, what if it is some random NXT call up? Like what they did with Axiom, turning A-Kid into
Well,
Axiom.
we
and
know-
it really is just this is this guy's
Yeah.
character now.
So we know that like there was someone wearing that mask that walked behind Chad Gable, but we all know it's a red herring. It's Chad Gable. So I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, listen, guys. It's been a little bit over an hour. I got to go make dinner. Ian's dinner is ready. Kory lives alone in his basement. You know, whatever with his rabbits, I guess, or something.
Might go get Wendy's.
Oh, that sounds good.
Ooh.
Got to get the chili. Do you like the chili? Did you get the chili?
Oh,
With
Tim,
the spicy
I went
nuggets?
to a Walleyes game last week,
Yeah. Did you
and
get?
we all freaked out because we had two opportunities for Chili's.
Did you get them?
No, we went out
Oh, that is the most insane hockey arena I have ever been to, and I
So much fun.
love it. There's like people.
Also,
El Grande Americano is not in the creation suite, from what I'm saying.
Mm,
get busy.
people are.
Trying to
Well, then you should.
See, I show speed.
It sounds like you should create him then. It won't be hard. Give him Chad Gable's
That
moves
takes a
and.
lot. That takes a lot of work.
Oh my god, you're so lazy. All right. Anyway,
What else do
listen.
you have to do?
Yeah. Right. Well, don't ask him that. But sometimes you may not want the answer to questions. Because I don't like this. Anyway, this is
I have to clean my bunny cages.
great. Oh, let's stop there. This has been some episode numbered of a show that I think still
Jeez, this is
happens. Yeah. Thanks, guys. This has been great. I'm gonna go now. I'm super hungry.
okay. Bye.
You guys suck.
You still recording?
Yeah.